Hi, I'm Melanie. I'm recording this for Bolly Fools. I just got out of the very first IMAX showing of Bahubali 2. It was amazing. It was amazing. We've waited 2 years to learn why Katappa killed Bahubali. I'm not going to spoil that for you because everyone should enjoy the story yourself. Prabhas is, of course, amazing. Rajamouli is the master. It was so satisfying. Sometimes you're really worried that will the sequel live up to your expectations and hopes, especially since we've been waiting 2 long years for the culmination of the story. I can tell you the majority of the movie is the story in the past, and then there's a final epic battle. We've seen little glimpses of that in the trailer. It's even more epic than you can imagine. So it was amazing.
Was it better than the first one?
I think they're 2 different things, because the first movie just blew me away so much just because it was so unexpected. I didn't, all of the imagination, the vision that he had, the scenery, it was just, I don't think you can replace that feeling of wonderment of the very first time that you see Bahubali.
Okay.
Now, after seeing the first one, you sort of expect he's going to give me crazy things that I've never seen before. I mean, there was one fantasy sequence. I mean, it was a fantasy song. I saw some of the men just kind of pulling their phones out like, oh, it's a love song. But it was so beautiful and just literally a flight of fancy. That was maybe my favorite part. So there's plenty of action for guys who love all the action and the blood and the gore and the sword fights and whatever. Not maybe as much love story, but one thing that was great, now that I've seen some of Prabhas's earlier movies, he has this playful sense of humor in his love stories usually, like Darling, like Mr. Perfect, and there was a little bit of that in his romance with Devasena, which I loved. Prabhas is just so amazing in the action scenes. I mean, Rana is great too. He turns so evil. I mean, he had hints of that evilness, but it's even a step beyond in this movie. And their final battle against each other and the last moments of the film is so satisfying. Great action. But you also get some of the swordplay and whatever of Prabhas as the father, as Bahubali. So in the historical section from the past.
Just to recap, how did you get into Bahubali in the beginning?
I had a neighbor who just said, hey, I heard this Southern movie is playing here, so you want to go see it? It sounds good. And I'm like, okay, sure. And it was my very first Telugu film. I fell so in love with Bahubali and Prabhas and Rajamouli. I went to see it 4 times in the theater alone. I became completely obsessed. I've watched maybe 10 other Prabhas movies and just about every other Rajamouli movie I could get my hands on. And he has such a sense of imagination and creativity. I describe it to other people as this is the Lord of the Rings of Indian cinema. It's that epic, it's that mythic. There's so much world building with the special effects that is amazing. Just such a step beyond anything else in Indian cinema. It's a worldwide phenomenon, and I was so glad that I was able to be here the very first showing with all the whistles and the enthusiastic crowd. That was just great to be in a group of people who are just as crazy about it as I am. They're willing to spend $40 to see it on IMAX, the first show.
Do you have any complaints about this film?
No, I really don't. I mean, like I said, sometimes you're worried, will a sequel live up? Will it be satisfying? I was completely satisfied. I still had moments of wonderment where he surprised me with visuals that I couldn't even have imagined. Maybe the only disappointment, I might have wanted a little bit more love story, but there's so much family drama in this story, and that really satisfied me.
Okay.
Thank you.